This is CamiBaker.com partnering with REDX in the International Alliance for Charitable Gifting of Real Estate. And I am so excited that REDX is my partner in finding the property owners, finding the phone numbers, the email addresses, maybe the texting capability. I don't know, that's kind of hush hush. But I wanted to share with my tribe and my alliance that when we are looking for these properties to be donated for the tax benefits of the property owner, for the benefit of the nonprofit, for the benefit of the real estate professionals, one of the ways that we can find them is by implementing the brilliance of REDX. And I have been using REDX for, gosh, I think about 20 years, way back when I was in real estate. They pulled the phone numbers way back then. And then over the years, I've become an affiliate of theirs in different programs. And I have never met a company that has better customer service, that is more visionary and wants to do more for their affiliates than REDX. So we've got Tyler with us today. And I want to speak with Tyler as one of the customer providers and experts a little bit about how what they do and what the Alliance does works together. Hey, Tyler, want to introduce yourself?
Hi, Cami. Yeah, absolutely. So and thank you for doing this with us. I'm really excited. My name is Tyler, and I'm the director of sales at REDX. I've been here, over 12 years now. And I'm really excited about what you have going. This is pretty unique, and I'm excited to make it work.
I love being unique. I love being a disruptor. And with the pandemic going on, just a few weeks ago, I thought, this is a great time for not just real estate agents, but investors alike to be able to reach out to all the non-owner occupied folks out there, all the for rent by owners, et cetera, to be able to talk to them about, hey, are you one of the people that's getting ready to liquidate your assets, or are you getting ready to add to your portfolio? So there's a little bit of non-owner occupied, good old fashioned scripting here. And there's also the ability to find hundreds or thousands of properties that people have owned for many, many years. So Tyler, when you've heard what it is that I'm looking to do here, I'd love for you just to give us a little bit of an overview of what it is you think REDX brings to the table to help.
Yeah, that's a fantastic thing to ask. And what I think is so cool is that you're doing this for a good cause, right? And that's what's so great is you're saying, hey, we want to help nonprofit organizations. We want to help those that are already helping other people. And I think that what we have is something that will help the people to do that. What we do is we connect people like you, Cami, or the people that you're going to be working with homeowners. And the goal is generally we're providing an opportunity for a real estate professional to step in, regardless of what their specialty is, right? It could be somebody in mortgage or title or a real estate professional, could be investors. And we provide the opportunity for that person to connect with the owner of a given property. And so we aggregate data, and we aggregate these homeowners and the information through a few different categories. We've got, as you mentioned, the for rent by owners, and these are fantastic because these are people who own multiple properties, who are managing these properties themselves, and are out looking for tenants for those properties. And a lot of times those people actually would prefer to sell the property, but in a worst case scenario, it means that your people will be able to connect with somebody who's buying and selling real estate more often than other people. And that's crucial. People who are in the real estate business to buy and sell, that's who you want to connect your clients and your associates with.
Well, I appreciate that you bring that up, because sometimes when I've spoken with realtors about calling for rent by owners, they have such a limited thinking. They think, well, yeah, but I don't want to list for rent property. I don't want to become a listing of a leasing agent. And I'm like, no. This is an actual way to get a cell phone number of someone who owns property that might be adding to their portfolio. So great point. Now, you also have the geo leads where you can put a pin, in an area. I think back to when I was a real estate agent, and there's so many pockets in the country of lots and lots of rental property. So to be able to put a pin and get all the property owners, not the tenants. Talk about that, please.
Yeah, and it's a really cool product that we have. We call it GeoLeads, but it essentially allows somebody to, like you said, drop a pin on a map, or even select a subdivision or a group of city blocks and draw a boundary around those. And then within either that radius, when you drop the pin on the map, or that boundary that you draw, we're going out and we're looking for the owner information for the properties, the residential properties found within that area. And regardless of whether or not they're occupied or not, we want to connect it with the owner. And that's one of the unique things that we're looking for. We don't care who lives there. We want the person who's paying for it, the person or who has paid for it. And so that's one of the things that I think is really going to help REDX partner with your associates and your clients is those people, the fact that we're putting you in touch with the owner, regardless of whether or not they live at the property. It's a really neat thing that we do, where we go out and we're looking for landlines and cell phones and email addresses, and we're trying to find that information so that we can put, like I said earlier, so that we can put people in touch with the owners of these properties.
Well, and at the moment, you can actually, if you would like to share the screen just to show real quickly what that looks like and how REDX you can find out, does the person own the property for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And I love that you're visionary enough that you're open to adding other things, like, down the road, being able to add how much equity do they have in the property and things like that. But let's show them just a little bit of what you can do.
Absolutely. Let me jump in here because what I did to prepare for this is I pulled up something right here so that you could look at this GeoLeads tool that I've got. And I selected an area near one of our college campuses, one of these areas that's gonna be rich with real estate investor owned properties. And what I did is I just dropped the pin on the map to search out maybe 15 or 18 different city blocks here. And you can see all these gray and blue pins. And all of these show these residential properties. And those that are gray are those that I've filtered out for those that own less than 7 years, right? When we're talking about finding people who've got equity in the property and maybe in a position to donate this property, you want to make sure that they've owned the property a certain amount of time, generally speaking, and this filter allows for that. And so I can come in here and I can filter to search for properties that have been owned a certain amount of time. And those that identify that are less than that period of time show up as a gray pin on the map. Whereas all of these other blue pins that you see, these blue pins are properties that are owned by a real estate investor and have been owned for at least 7 years, given the filter that I've got selected. And so it's really neat for me to just hit this button. And then REDX, we go out and, like I said, we aggregate that homeowner contact information. So we're looking for their names, their phone numbers, their email addresses. A lot of times, some of these properties may be owned by a family trust or an investment LLC. And we're still going out there and trying to gather that information to provide that here. And so within usually it's anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds. It's going to pull up that information and have it right here available for somebody to sit down and say, hey, what am I trying to accomplish? And who are the people who are going to help me do that? And you can see right here, Cami, these are the people that are going to help them do that. So all of these properties that have come in, you can see the names. You can see that some of them, have an LLC or maybe a family trust is what it's tied to. But you can see all of that information right there, so that they can call and connect with the owners of these properties. It's really, really neat and really, really helpful.
It is very helpful. And boy, talk about saving time, not going and trying to search all this stuff out. I want to make 2 comments to the folks who are watching. Number one, my real estate friends may think to themselves, if they've never heard of the charitable gifting of real estate, well, yeah, but if they give the piece of real estate away, how am I going to get paid? And I get that everyone wants to be altruistic and help and give to the puppies and the veterans, but let's face it, we all, we have a business to run. So I just want to point out that as we are finding these property owners, the nonprofits are not looking to become landlords. They're not looking for you to give them a property that they have to manage and take care of. 99% of these properties are going to be sold as part of the charitable gifting. So the real estate professionals are actually not only getting more business, But the organization I'm working with that likes to be referred to as the facilitating nonprofit, they actually give 6% commission or whatever the market commission is. And I know that's a really controversial thing to just throw a number out like that, but the agents can actually make more of a commission on these kinds of transactions than other transactions. And the other thing I want to mention is, I was just recently introduced to your CEO, Mark's nonprofit that he created because of his daughter. And what a beautiful organization. Imagine, Tyler, if we had a group of people in a room using REDX, pulling up any town USA with all these phone numbers and email addresses that you're getting, and we were actually doing a dialing for dollars party and finding property owners that want to get a good tax write-off, and that when they donate that property, that Mark's nonprofit could be funded to the tune of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, not from a bake sale or from a charity, gala, but from a piece of property.
It's amazing. I love the idea. I truly do. I think that it's fantastic. And I think that there's a lot of people that even just from a financial standpoint would look at that and go, hey, the tax benefits alone of me donating this property to a good cause are fantastic, let alone the fact that they're helping an organization that's set out to help other people. I think it's fantastic. I love it.
Well, that's the thing. The people who donate the property, 50% of them want to be altruistic and do something great for the veterans or for, Mark's organization or whomever. They really want to give back. And half of them, they don't really care where the money goes. They just want the tax write-off of being able to get the 100% of the appraised value. So, there's so much to do here. And having been a real estate agent myself and having, been on HGTV and all that fun stuff, I know how much realtors love to get listings that are given to them. Nice listings, and have a transaction where everybody's excited and happy. Can you imagine actually being a real estate agent, getting a referral from another agent that's normally your competition, but because you've become known as the certified specialist in the charitable gifting of real estate, they say, hey, can you handle this transaction? Because this guy wants to give the money to our church. Can you handle it? So now you as an agent are getting listings even from your competition. And when you come to the closing table, it is win, win, win for everyone. The agent's getting paid a higher commission. The seller is getting a fabulous tax write-off. The buyer's getting a great deal, and the nonprofit is being able to grow 5 and 10 times faster because instead of begging for money, they're actually getting properties donated.
I love it. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I truly hope to see a whole lot of it happen in the future.
Well, I just want to thank you for coming on and sharing your brilliance with us. I cannot recommend REDX higher. Like I said, I've known them for many, many years. And I have an affiliate link. When you use my affiliate link, you can save the fee to set up, which is a nice little perk. And I just can't wait to be sitting in a room, whether it's virtually or on a stage, helping you and all the other people learn how to, because we are looking to donate $1 billion to nonprofits worldwide by 2025. Thanks for tuning in.